If you guys want coins for FC24, make sure you check out MMOEXP.com. Their link is down in the description. They're very fast, they're very cheap, they're very reliable, and if you use my code Rema, you can get yourself a lovely 5% discount. So what's up guys, it's Ash here and welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video guys, we do have some 4-2-3-1 custom tactics, but just before we get into the video guys, I would very much appreciate it if you could drop it a thumbs up, so it does really help me out. And just another note guys, the videos might reduce in quantity a bit this month as it is my last month of university, so understandably I hope you guys can get that I have to focus up a bit and maybe put this on hold for just a little while until that's all done, because I am under a lot of stress. So I hope you guys can understand that. And yeah, with all that aside guys, let's get right into the video and I hope you enjoy. Alright then guys, so starting off with the custom tactics for the defensive style, I like to have this unbalanced. I have this unbalanced because it does give me the best control over my defenders, so when I want to press I can, and then when I want to drop off and be a little bit more passive I can also do that. For the defensive width guys, I have it on 40 at the moment. This is so we can primarily defend in a nice narrow and compact shape to block out all those attacks through the middle, but when we need to cover the wider areas we still have the natural width to do so for when the opponent goes down the wing. For the depth guys, we have this on 60. This is because it's a nice high defensive line, but we don't always have to use that high automatic press which 71 depth gives us. If you have full meta defenders you might want to use 71 depth, but because I don't on this account at the moment I just use 60 depth. For the build up play guys, we have it on balance. I find it to be the most controlled and the most varied way to build up the play. On balance you can pick and choose between slow and fast types of build up, whichever suits you at the time. So balance gives you the most control, which is why I do highly recommend it guys. For the chance creation we have it on direct passing, the most important option in my opinion, because direct passing is the only way to consistently score against those part of the bus defenses in the meta of this game. So when you use direct passing, your attacking players will commit the runs, the opposition defenders will follow the attacker making the run, and then once the attacker has tracked back, the defender will have overcommitted, so you can cut back to them. So yeah, direct passing very important. For the attacking width I have it on 48 at the moment. This is neither too wide nor too narrow with this formation. I find it to be really nice and balanced, but this is not a specific number you have to use. You can tweak it to whatever you like. For the players in the box guys, we have it on 5, bang in the middle. We can get a few players into the box, but we don't overcommit everybody. And then for the corners and the free kicks guys, we have them both on 1, but again you can do whatever you want with that. For the player instructions guys, on the striker we have him on stay central, get in behind and come back on defense. Stay central because we don't want him drifting out into the wider areas, especially since we only have a lone striker in this formation. We do need him to primarily be in that middle position. We also do have him on getting behind, so we can utilize his pace to get in behind those defensive lines and get the most out of the player. We also have him on come back on defense, so he sits closer to the rest of the team when we don't have the ball, making it easier to counter attack when we do get the ball back. Moving on to the wide cams guys, we have them on comeback on defense and get into the box for cross. Comeback on defense is important because it makes it defend in a 4-4-2 shape, so these wide cams will come back to defend as a left mid and a right mid, meaning we'll have good coverage of the central areas with the 2 CDMs and then also the wider areas with the right mid and the left mid, making us nice and defensively sound. Get into the box for cross means these players will not hesitate in getting into the penalty area. For the left CDM guys, the more defensive minded midfielder of the two, stay back, cut passing lanes and cover centre, the most defensive settings you can use. Cut passing lanes is great because they always look to intercept those passes, of course. We don't want him flying forward if he's defensive. And then cover centre because, as we discussed, we've got the wide cams coming back to cover the wings, so we don't need the CDMs to cover the wider areas. For the right CDM guys, the more box-to-box style player of the two, I leave them on the default settings so that they can attack and defend and have a bit of freedom. The only thing I change is cover centre so that they primarily focus on covering that central area as opposed to the wings. For the fullbacks guys, on the most attacking one, I pop them on balanced overlap. This is to give us extra width, a wider option, and to stretch out the opponent's defense. I really do like having one attacking fullback as I feel like you get a lot more out of your team going forward. Doesn't matter which fullback you send forward, it can be your left back or your right back, whichever one you want. For the other one guys, the more defensive ones, stay back and overlap, so we always have at least 3 defenders back at a time, but when we send them on the run forward, they'll make the overlapping runs to add that extra width. For the 2 centre backs, we leave them alone, and the keeper we also so leave them alone. But yeah, guys, they're my tactics and instructions for the 4-2-3-1. I hope you guys have found these useful. If you have, please be sure to drop it a thumbs up, sub to the channel if you are new, and don't forget to turn on notifications. And with all that aside, guys, have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out, guys.